Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 of Brick Heart, where we're going to be focusing on week 2 core, creating the ball and the bottom piece for our game. So to start off with the ball, we're just going to go ahead and hover over choose a sprite and click on the paint tool. We're going to rename this ball. And once we're done, we're going to go ahead and click on the circle tool. We want to go ahead and pick our color that we want to go ahead and use for our ball. And this is optional if you want to add an outline or not. So once you're done, you're just going to hold on shift, click anywhere on the screen and drag out a circle. You want to go ahead and put this in the center. And then you can go ahead and customize it any way that you want. However, be careful adding stuff outside of the ball because that will change the shape and it'll also change the way it'll hit the paddles. That's going to be very important. Other than that, you guys can pretty much do whatever you guys want to this. So an example would be using the gradient tool, and specifically even using this nice circular one will give it a nice effect. So maybe choosing two similar colors. So for example, I have two different yellows, but I'm going to make one just a little bit darker. And you can see it kind of looks a little bit more 3D. Then I'm also going to go ahead and maybe even add an outline if I wanted to. So a good way to start is first picking a regular color and then making the outline a little bit bigger so you can see how big or how thick you want the outline to be. Once you see that, you guys can go ahead and change the color. Now, I like to do a gradient, so something maybe like this one, where I have two colors. So I'll make one of these colors yellow, that's very light, and then the other one will be a yellow that's a little bit darker. You can see it kind of gives it a nice little effect as well. So now I can just go ahead and use my brush tool, draw whatever design I want inside of my ball, or I can even use any shape tools to make any shapes inside of my ball. Pretty much just changing the way it looks is kind of, again, up to you guys, how you guys want to design your ball. It can literally have whatever you want. Again, you just want to be careful not adding stuff, let's say like this, outside of it, because then the paddle, the flat part, will interact with this and it may be a little bit wonky. So if you want to try it out and adding pieces outside, that's fine, but once you're done coating the ball and testing it out, and if you feel like it's not completely working the way that you want to, you can come back and always edit this out. Once you're done creating the first costume for your ball, you want to go ahead and hover over choose a costume and click on the paint tool again to have your second costume. Now, this costume is going to be what we use when our ball touches the ground and it destroys itself. So you can pretty much pick any shape that you want to turn your ball pieces into. So the simplest one is creating a square, then using the select tool to rotate it into a little bit of a diamond. We're going to place this at the center, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my reshape tool to just drag out these two side pieces here to make them into a diamond shape. Again, it doesn't have to be this one. Maybe it can be small little hearts. It could be maybe petals, depending on your theme. So as long as it has similar color to your ball, that's really all that matters, since you want to make sure that it looks like your ball broke into different pieces to that effect. So once you guys are done creating this artwork, the next step is going to be coating the ball.